G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Cold Waters with Mags, and welcome back aboard our Los Angeles class nuclear attack submarine and the 1984 campaign. So we have come across another fleet just off the coast of Iceland, and this one, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure this might actually be our mission target. So our mission target again is to sink a resupply fleet. Well, we've got two Ugras smack bang in the middle of this group. I think this might actually be our target. It's in the right position and it has the right composition. Now, at the moment we've got a cannon spotted, we've got a SOV we've identified, and we've got a hotel class that is floating around as well. Not too concerned about it, but it is there. We do have to keep it in mind. The Ugras are our primary target. We've currently got them at roughly 14 and 16 kiluyards, although we're only at a 37% solution. They could be closer, they could be further away. We don't have a perfect identifier on them. The upside is we've managed to sneak in here relatively quietly. Nobody's actively pinging, nobody's aware we're here yet. Don't know how long this is going to last. It means we might actually be able to get off a nice sneaky attack this time. So I'm just going to quickly do a little bit of an ID here. See if we can get what the other two here are. These have only just popped up. Now, just quickly go through. There is a strong duct at 189 feet. We've just dipped below that after I identified the surface targets, so I can get the towed array out. We've picked up this one. It looks like we've got a cannon. And I reckon this will be another surface escort as well. Although, we don't really have a good enough signal. We're at 4 knots. We don't really have a good enough signal in here to... Yeah. I'm not confident with identifying Sierra 7 just yet. We'll get it when it's closer. Key targets here are the Ugra. We have to take them out as quickly as possible. Now, they're up to 42% solution. I kind of want to go to the surface and pop the periscope and actually take a look. But if I do that, they will pick me up. Yeah, Don's got Don K radar. Yeah, the cannon's radar. Yeah, we don't want to do that. There's no way knowing the model let us get away with that. We're going to have to run a blind attack, I think. So we're going to set up surface running torpedoes across the board. And go active. Somebody asked in the comment sections of the last video, why do I go active on all the torps when they go live? Why don't I just keep them quiet? Doesn't it give away the location? Isn't it a bad idea? In real life, if this was a full-blown simulation, yes, it absolutely would be a bad idea. The thing you need to remember with Cold Waters is that Cold Waters active ping is only -17. Alright, so that's not getting a return. The thing you need to remember with Cold Waters is there is some limitations to the realism that are baked hard into the code of how the game works, and in particular it comes in with regards to torpedoes. Once the AI is aware that there is a torpedo there, so it detects the torpedo, from that point on it knows the exact location of the torpedo, the exact speed of the torpedo, and the exact heading of the torpedo at 100% of the time in real time. Once it sees it active, once it knows it's there, active, whether it's active or not, it knows every single piece of information about that torpedo, regardless of what happens. And Sierra 8. Okay, what are you? And the game also has a baked-in auto-detect range. Once a torpedo gets within a certain range, the AI will detect it regardless of whether or not you're being quiet with it, whether or not you're being sneaky, whether or not it should be able to detect it, and this includes being able to detect torpedoes coming into the baffles. That's why baffle attacks don't work particularly well here. You can get the torpedo to that auto-detect range using baffles. That won't, by shooting a torpedo right up the rear of the target, so in its blind spot where it can't see it, that'll work. But once the torpedo gets to within about 2 kiluyards, it is automatically detected regardless of whether or not the submarine should be able to see it or not. IRL, unless the submarine has a towed array or it has, and that is a Don, or another such rearward detecting features, it shouldn't be able to detect torpedoes coming directly up the screw. But in cold waters they can. And it's roughly 2 kiluyards. Sometimes it'll be detected at 3. I think there is a variance in there. I'm not entirely sure exactly what the numbers are, but there is a point once you get be inside of 3 kiluyards, and definitely inside of 2, that it just gets hard detected regardless of whether or not it should be able to see it or not. And at that point it has all information on the torpedo and will evade appropriately. So running the active torpedoes doesn't actually make a difference. And this isn't a mod thing, this is actually a vanilla cold waters thing, but the mod has to deal with vanilla cold waters base code, and that's just the way it works. So yeah, it's an unfortunate limitation, but it's there. Now for the moment, this entire group seems to be continuing in this direction. For 3 torps, I wouldn't mind. Well, what's the weight of the Ugras? They're only 9,600 tons. I could conceivably put these Ugras on the bottom. I could conceivably put these Ugras on the bottom with a single torpedo. There is something on this path over here that is pinging hard. The SOV's looking. We've actually just got a high enough solution on the SOV to get its exact details. So there she is. Actually quite a nice looking boat too. I like the really high mounted helipad up here on the back. Yeah, I do like the look of that. Well, I'd like the look of it if it wasn't going to try and kill me. Alright, so we are going to have to start getting some torpedoes out here. I'm going to hope we don't get detected. So, torpedo 1 away. Torpedo 2 away. Give it a second. And no counterfire. Alright. That's what I like to hear. Or more to the point, like not to hear. So, that will be our torpedoes turning away. That's the other one. Oh, nope, we've got counters in. Don't know where that torpedo went, but somebody detected us. Right. Alright, so let's get the moss out. Start turning our torpedoes in here. Get another moss loaded in the tube. And we should probably adjust. Yeah, they detected it too close. It's 11.2 kiluyards. It's 11.2. Yeah, we're going to have to activate these torpedoes a lot earlier than I wanted just to get them up to speed. Significantly earlier than I wanted. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of manual guidance here. Because these two I was hoping to hook around and get them in to hit the Ugras and hopefully have them detected somewhere over here and have all the torpedoes go that way. Yeah, but anyways, now the torpedoes have been detected, the AI knows where they are at all times, regardless of the distances involved, so that doesn't really matter. Alright, so the hotel is having a crack at the moment. just going to use a little bit of time acceleration here. We'll try and speed things up and get things to close in. Depth charges that are not on our location. This is as far as I can tell. So whatever else is going on, that's not a problem. Alright, so the solve's running, so I'm not too concerned about that. Getting rid of that hotel could be useful. We have to get the Ugras before they get too far. Alright, unfortunately, I'm a bit concerned here that, no, hopefully the moss is clear enough away at this point. That no torpedoes will make it through to us. I really don't want to have to change course because we're going to lose control of these torps, and I need control of these two to be able to get them to the Ugras. And that doesn't appear to have detected us, so we might be alright. We might still be alright. So we're dipping sonar popping up. Alright, so it looks like 4 has acquired an Ugra. 3 is continuing on.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 0, 1, 2.
What depth is this hotel at? That's why. Torpedoes running near the surface. Now find it. Alright, 1 target down. There it is. Why isn't our torpedo actually picking anything up at this point? That's why. Because it was surface running, it was ignoring the submarine. That was a stupid mistake of mine. That's alright, we can correct for that. Reacquired. And the torpedo dips underneath the hull. Yeah, that is annoying. That happened without even a countermeasure being deployed. That's hard-coded into Epic. That's not normal torpedo behavior. And yeah, it's turning away on countermeasures that shouldn't be interfering with it because it shouldn't be able to see them. That should be a kill shot. There we go. No, and the hotel survives. God damn it. This one's getting concerning. I'm going to to pull the towed array in at the moment because we may need to bolt at some point. Alright, so let's get these torpedoes reloaded because we need them. Now, you should be able to get this Ugra over here. That'll be the second one, and then we'll just be missing one, which should be somewhere around there.
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
Damn it. We've just lost the wire. Alright. Fair enough. Let's do a course change.
Come right to 355 L9.
And let's change depth down to 1,000. And hopefully we've done this quietly enough that that torpedo won't pick us up and we'll manage to avoid that entire first volley. Not sure what I'm going to do to that hotel. We're going to have to start running down. It looks like our torpedo has picked up the second Ugra. Not the one we're actually aiming for here, but that's alright. I will take either one. We're still going to have to run down the other one. We might have to pop that hotel on the way through, which I'm guessing is now sitting on the surface.
Con, torpedo room 2-2 ready.
Comes the torp. Boom. Alright, that's two of them. And it looks like we are safe from that torpedo, so now I'm going to actually accelerate to 30 knots. Alright, so you're just running just subsurface. We're at 1,000 feet. I'm going to change my depth, go to 1,200. And that torpedo should go straight over the top of us, so that won't be a problem. I am going to have to take... Speed's the cannon running at the moment. It's at 29 knots. And it's at 8.1 kiloyards. And they're all bolting. They're all bolting because they're detecting the moss going through, and they're treating it as if it was a submarine running at flank. Yeah, I won't fire on the cannon yet. I'll wait till it makes a reapproach, and then I'll take a crack at it. Meanwhile, 3 should be detecting this torpedo or this target here any second. There we go. Just had the wrong torpedo setting. No matter, no matter. Torpedo has detected, and... yeah, no, this should be fine. It's probably still going to drop countermeasures, but I don't think this will be a problem. Alright, poor little hotel's got nothing it can do at this point, so it's done. It's a matter of working out what the rest of the group's going to do. Wait for this torp to clear, and then we're going to have to do... we need to find that Ugra. The Ugra needs to go. Yeah, at this point the crew should be bailing out of the hotel. Hopefully most of them got out, because they're not going to now.
Bearing 110, contact breaking up.
Alright, so that gets rid of that set of ears. So torpedo is active, maintaining depth. Does appear to be. Hopefully we'll be okay here. Once it's gone past, I want to come up to the surface. At this point, I do actually want to pop the periscope and have a bit of a look around and see if I can identify where everything is, because we're a bit scattered at the moment. We've lost contact with a lot of targets. It looks like the Ugra may have turned around and be coming back in this direction, but I don't know for sure. I do have to be cautious, though. There are definitely helicopters up at this point. Once the Ugra has been popped, we can... Well, at that point, we should actually be allowed to leave, although we do have 5 torpedoes left in the hull, not counting what we've got in the reload slots, so we should be fine for ordnance at this point. And yes, it does look like we are, in fact, safe from the torpedo. So once I've let it overshoot a little bit more, we'll bring it to periscope depth, and I'll see whether or not I can identify the location of the Ugra to get rid of it. What is that? That's depth charges. God, what are they called? The rocket-propelled depth charges. Those are on our location. Crap. Crap. Alright. No, actually, no. Do not change depth. Do not change depth. Do not dive away. Damage control. No issues at this point. We haven't taken any. Keep it slow. One. 2 away. Now to flank. They've got our location. Bastards got our location. Oh, and that hit us so. Oh, that hit us hard. Oh, ow. Pumps. And yeah, we're losing ballast. Alright, we need to get out of the deep. We've got to get out of the deep fast. At 1,200 feet, there is no way known our pumps are going to be able to overpower the water pressure. Yeah, I've lost the wires. That's fine. I want these torpedoes out and just... Come on.
Passing 700 feet.
Alright, that was nasty.
Passing 600.
I had no idea they even managed to pick us up.
We are cavitating.
Yep, that's fine. Let's slow it down. Set speed 10. We should be fine to not sink now. I should be able to trim this out. Amazingly, we haven't lost wire 2 here.
Passing 300 feet.
Alright, let's level out. Go back to 5.
5 knots. Maneuvering
Periscope depth. 2 periscope depth. We need to find out where these guys are. I need to confirm the shots. We got to get rid of that cannon. The cannon's the one that just nailed us then. Pretty sure it's the one with the launcher. It's the Don.
Making turns for 5 knots.
Yeah, it's the cannon. That was tricky. I'm used to them dropping torpedoes on you whenever they detect you, and this time, no, it's a cheeky bastard. Alright, torpedo has acquired. 2's heading off into the Great Blue Nether. Hopefully it'll find something. Yeah. Now the Ugra is the one we gotta find. Come on.
Make depth 50 feet, dive high.
Yeah, we're having issues here. Unsurprisingly. Yeah, the hit looks like it's deliberately it's actually damaged the ballast tanks, so that's the section that's flooded. So we're having trouble controlling our depth. Not a nice place to get hit. We can still use our planes to get back to the surface though, so that's a slight issue. Make a left turn here. I'm going to need to maintain full up ballast, and I'm going to have to give it some trim with the planes in order to be able to hold. So yeah, that's an issue. Thankfully we're not too far from port, so slipping back to port shouldn't be a problem. But I don't really want to leave this mission until we've gotten all the targets if we can. So yeah, not quite the way I planned this out. See if the cannon likes our return shot here. Rude bastard. Yeah, that's much better. That gets him out. Couldn't have left well enough alone. How dare you do your job? Alright. So the Ugra is next, and it is actually really close. 5.2 kilojoules. Gee, I'm not going to get a better shot than what I've got right now. Kill shot on the Ugra. We're poking through here a bit. At least, at the very least, we seem to have gotten our water under control. The issue is when you're at this point it doesn't really matter. So where's the others? The nose is already stuck out the water, so it doesn't really matter. There. Heading directly towards us. No, directly away from us. And the other cannon was at 35. 35.9. It's gone. Alright, they're gone. They've disappeared. Alright, mast down. That's alright, we've got 2 targets ID'd. The Solve's still running because it'll see this torpedo. The Ugra is turning back this way, so we've got it covered. We've got a torpedo at it already, and it's really the only other target we've got to hit because it's the other submarine tender, and that's 3. If we can take out the Solve as a bonus, that's fine. I am perfectly fine considering this damage with letting the cannon and the Don go away. But yeah, the reason why the water's all pumped out now that we're so close to the surface comes down to water pressure. The deeper you are, the harder the pumps are to work. At 1,200 feet, this place flooded instantly. At 50 feet, all of a sudden we can get it all out. And providing we don't really go much deeper than about 200 feet, we should be able to operate normally. If we go below that, however, we are going to start sinking like a stone again. So we do have to watch that. So, here we go, and hopefully one hit, straight into the mid, and yep, beautiful. Alright, so that is the Ugra dealt with. Now the Solve's gone all evasive over here at the moment, because she knows there's a torpedo in the water, and even though it's not tracking her, she's just going emergency anyway. But we're still going to send one. because there is no way known that she is not going to turn around at some point and actually head back in our direction. Once she thinks she's safe, she's definitely going to head back this way. So, torpedo is away. Alright, so unfortunately, one torpedo wasn't enough. The Solve took the first torpedo on the nose. And she's listing really hard at the moment. So that should have been enough. Actually, she didn't take it on the nose. She took it in the side. I thought that hit her in the nose. Ah, no matter. She's listing really hard here. Might try and even her up a little. Because I'm sure that's not going to smash her structurally at all. And let's turn back in. And here comes the torp, and it looks like it's going to hand and land in just about the right point on the other side. Done. Good. Alright, so that is the Solve Delta. Alright, so that's a problem. I didn't pick up on it straight away. The Don's the other supply ship. We need to get the Don. Which means we're going to have to take on the Canyon despite our damage. On the Cannon despite our damage. Which is not good, because the Don and only do 17 knots. But it's at least 17 kiluyards away. We are going to have to, like it or not, we're going to have to head after the Don. Yep, that means we're going to have to cavitate the whole way in too, so we're going to be nice and easy to hear the whole way. I don't think we can avoid flooding if we drop down below our current depth. I don't think there's any way for us to get around this. We're just going to have to cavitate along. Yeah, we can't let the mission objective escape here. We've got to get after that Don, and we're going to take it. We've got the Ugras, but we need that Don as well to make sure we've got the complete set, otherwise the mission objective may not be complete. If we can get rid of that cannon, that'll make things easier. The Don's only got guns. But it's still a lot of catching up to do as well. Periscope up. Our cannon is currently at 358, or it should be 358. Well, that was easy. So there's the cannon. And that's a helicopter. That is a helicopter. That is not good. That, for the record, is dipping sonar right in front of me at the moment. Wouldn't it be lovely if I could get that dipping sonar caught around my bow planes and just throttle up to maximum and yank this whole helicopter into the sea? Unfortunately, there's literally nothing I can do at this point. If it decides to do anything besides listen, hopefully that's all they've got, dipping sonar. Only helicopters with dipping sonar, I don't care. They can listen to me all day. I don't care. My concern is what happens after. Because torpedo beats are not going to be easy at this point. Although I have to say, I think in all of my time playing Cold Waters, that is the single closest I've had a helicopter with a dipping sonar get to my location. That was right on me. And somehow they still managed to get the shot wrong.
Come right to.
Make the turn right.
0, helm I.
Yeah, that is close enough, or was close enough, that I literally should have snagged the sonar end on my bow planes and tugged that bastard under. So it wouldn't take much to pull one of those helicopters down. One good yank. Had anything more than the dipping sonar installed on, they would have shot me by now, because there is no way he is not listening to my prop at this point. There is no way he can't hear everything in my sub at this point at that range. Well, how the cannon managed to screw that shot up, I'll never know. Well, there's nothing else I can do, there's no point in running, so we'll just see how it plays out. If we suddenly start getting depth charges dropped on our location, we'll know what's going on at least. Actually, I'm going to be tricky, because we can't afford the torpedo beats. Hopefully that Moss, so we're going back to base to resupply anyway, hopefully that Moss will pick that torpedo up and make it go that way. That would be the preference anyway.
Torpedo route, no reloads available.
Really? No Mark 48 and no Moss. Everything we've got's in the tubes right now. I didn't realise we were that low. Alright, so this fight's pretty much done regardless. Actually, it looks like our Moss might have been a mistake. It actually looks like it might be a mistake. Yeah, we fired it too late to make any difference. And the torpedo wasn't going to get us anyway. Oh, no matter. Give the helicopter something else to confuse it. Alright, so somewhere over here now is the cannon, which should be about there. We should be actually on... There it is, we picked it up. Acceleration to close it in. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Alright. Another countermeasure deployed. Reacquired on the cannon. Yeah, no you don't. No you don't. Boom. Alright. So that is our last surface threat removed. Now we're going to get up here and find the Don. So we'll let our helicopter buddy here have a good listen to us. Now there's a screenshot if I've ever seen one. I don't think you need the dipping sonar there, buddy. I really don't think you need the dipping sonar. At this point, I'm pretty sure you know where I am. has taken us a little while, but we have managed to catch up to the Don, and it looks like the Don has turned around. We're still being pursued by the world's most persistent helicopter, as far as I can tell. Alright, so the Don should be at 345. Yeah, we can still hear our helicopter there. Whoa, there she is. Alright, so Don confirmed. Range. Only 1.3 kilyards. Jesus, she's just right there, isn't she? I think they know we're there, helicopter. Alright, we'll leave the mast up. There's not much you can do at this point. Surface running, active. It has got deck guns. We might want to pull that down, just in case. Right, a little bit of a speed up here. Let's get this torpedo up and in position. And boom, torpedo has detected. Give it to it. It's brave, coming back to face its fate. I have 2 torpedoes left. Worst comes to worst, I'm still going to be able to sink it. And boom. All done. Now the worst part is now I've actually got to wait for that helicopter to finally bugger off in order to be able to disengage from the area because, well, you know, the game won't let you exit otherwise, so this could actually take a while. Alright, ladies and gents, so, well, this is really funny watching these helicopters do this before. It's not so funny anymore, as you can see. Apparently, Epicmod has messed with the helicopters as well, and one of its difficulty level increases is the helicopters now essentially seem to have unlimited fuel or unlimited time on map. We have had to sail all the way from over here at the Don, and we're going to have to go to the edge of the map in order to be able to leave, because while our aircraft is in the area, you cannot actually exit the mission. And occasionally, the helicopter's dipping sonar hitting the water will knock you out of time acceleration. So, at this point, I've been sailing away from the wreck of the Don for, check my phone, 39 minutes. There's nothing else for me to sink. There's nothing else for me to shoot at, and there's nothing I can do about this helicopter. The mission is complete. But the mission has now been running for 39 minutes beyond what it was previously, which already took over an hour to actually get everything up to the Don. Just because now, in order to complete the mission, I've had to sail to the edge of the map in order to be able to leave, because this helicopter will not fuck off. So this is another issue with Epicmod. In their attempt to make the aircraft more dangerous, they've created a situation that is just frustrating and, quite frankly, boring. I mean, I've gone off and made a coffee, I've prepped tea to cook later. I was contemplating mowing the lawns when I was getting towards the end of it. In hindsight, with how long it's taken, I probably could have got the back lawn done before I actually managed to get the boarding here. But anyways, now we have the option to So, enemy engaged, cannon sunk, Sov sunk, 3 Ugras, the Don, and we got the Hotel, 60,800 tons. We've only got 1 Mus and 1 Mach 48 left. Systems damage, none, but we do have critical hull damage that is causing us flooding issues. So, was that our target? Three submarine or 3 resupply ships. No, that wasn't your mission objective. Sir, I sunk half the Russian Navy. Ah, but it doesn't matter. You missed that 1 torpedo boat. Yeah, fuck this mod. Alright, ladies and gents. Guess I'll continue on the next one. I'm heading back to port. Until next time, take care.